Earl, is that a test for what you want to see from your team, holding them out basketballs the final 13.5 minutes?
I mean, that's hard to do. Um, but I just tell the guys, hey, we're just trying to build something, and you all what you repeatedly do. Um, you can't get to a game and say, hey, here's this what we're gonna do. You are who you repeat what you repeatedly do. You know what you do every day. You build habits, and then it comes out in moments like tonight. And so it's really hard to do that. Especially against a team like that. And Brad's one of the best coaches out there. I respect him. I've worked with him for 4 years, so I know. So just really proud of the players. But that's the only thing I say about you. Always you repeatedly do. You can't go out there and do that by accident. So give the credits, to the players for showing up every day and working hard and giving good efforts and embracing the suck and just finding a way to find an edge every day. Give all the credit to the players.
Coach, tied at 45 from like under 8 to play. Haven't scored in a few minutes. What's your message to the team there?
Got to win the next couple of possessions. Got to get stops. Got to finish the possession. Make sure we contest and defensive rebound. If we get the stop, try to go attack. See if we can get something early. If we get something early, let's take it. Layups, dunks, and fouls. Occasional threes, and then if we don't get anything, have a maturity to grind. To change sides of the floor, reverse the ball, try to get a paint touch. See if we can work together and get the best shot we can get. So just talked about winning possessions. That was it.
Well, they got you down 11 pretty early. You closed the half with a 22-4 run. So just comment on that, how that all got going.
It's two things. Number one, they came out and they made a couple, deep threes. So we were down 11-3 quick. And then I thought our house got divided a little bit because we were so concerned with the officiating. Maybe a few bumps and calls that we thought we should have gotten. But it's a physical game. And I think Clemson do a good job of bumping you and walling up and being physical. So I think it shocked our system. We had too much energy focused on the referees. And then we just shifted our energy. We shifted our energy on, hey, let's get a stop. We shifted our energy on, hey, let's work to get each other the best shots we could get, set good legal screens and cut hard. So we just shifted our focus and our energy. And, we made a run.
Stretch. It was a grind defensively both ways. Was it experience that Makai gets to the basket twice like that? Just seeing something, cut to the basket?
Yeah, it was just experience. We went to the motion, and we just opened the floor up, and the passer and the cutter have to have good relationship. They got to be in concert together. And so they did a good job of making eye contact. I thought Quentin Post set a good back screen for Makai, and TJ Bickerstaff threw the pass, and they were just in concert with each other and shared the ball and just made a timely play.
There's a point sort of like 5 minutes left of the first half where it felt like your guys had their fingers on every single Clemson pass. What did you think was working for you guys there defensively?
Again, we just reshifted our focus and our energy on defense, trying to make sure we get stops and win the possession. We talked about just pressuring the ball and controlling it, pressing to your ability. Don't want to get too aggressive and just let a guy drive by you. We're pretty low risk, low reward, not big gambler. So wanted to pressure the ball. And, we got good size and athleticism. And I think we were longer today because we shifted our lineup, with Jay-Z and Makai at the guards and Prince and Devin McLaughlin at the forwards. First time we ever started that group. And so I think that length, allowed us to get our hand on some balls as well.
Anything else here? All right, we'll turn to Zoom. Dan, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, you're missing certain personnel and you have to go to a different starting lineup. I know we've talked about it at length this season, but, for these guys, how easy was it for them to slide into the roles for this game? And then over the course of the game, kind of how did you see that develop and how did you see them filter into the roles that you would kind of outline for them when you knew that DeMar maybe wasn't?
Well, this season, I've learned how to adapt and adjust. I mean, how to shift a lineup around. I had to do it a lot. So never had to do it this much, but it's been a beautiful struggle. And, I think Prince, we moved him to the 3 And that's a big move, you know, when you got 2 days to get ready, but it forced us to be a little bit simple. And what we were trying to run, we couldn't run a lot of the set plays because it's too much to think about when you shift that position. So we just went more to the player movement, ball movement, spacing stuff, and, you know, gave him a very simple package that he can remember. And I thought they made the adjustment well.
Kevin?
Hey, Coach, congratulations. The ball movement tonight was exceptional at times. Kind of piggybacking off of Dan's question, what did you see in that department, and what kind of allows that trust on the court to develop? Is it just playing together over time?
Again, it's back to the first statement we talked about with the defense. You are what you repeatedly do. You know, we practice that stuff all the time. Sometimes we don't see it in games. You know, we talk about we got to give the ball energy, we got to cut harder, we got to have better ball movement. So as you continue to practice, you know, and as you move into February and March, what you want to see is your team get better. You want to see improvement. You want to see growth. And I think, you know, just from practicing and working on different things, they improving. And so thought the ball movement was good. Thought we shared it. Not sure how many assists we had, but I did thought that the guys were very unselfish with the ball. And we knew we had to move it because Clemson packs it in and they make it really hard for you to get into the paint. So if you stand, they're going to stand. And they got a really long, big lineup with that back line, you know, with Tyson being 6'9", PJ being 6'11". So that's, you know, you got to move it in order to be able to get to the paint.
Dan?
Yeah, Coach, I know you mentioned that we went to the motion. Was that kind of by design, knowing that they had that size, or was that something that just kind of responded to the game flow?
Responded to the game flow. You know, we got a little bit stuck. They went to a zone and they went back to man. We got a little stagnant. So I thought if we could spread them out and move the ball, it'll allow us to attack off the dribble, also off the cuts. We just got a little stagnant and they were guarding us and they were in the lanes and we couldn't get to the lane. So we went to the 5-out motion, and it's good to do the 5 outs, especially when you have, you know, Quentin Post at the 5 and Prince Aliba at the 4, because now you got those guys who could be a threat from out there.
We'll go to Kevin.
Coach, one more from me. I know this game just ended, but you have Syracuse coming up on Saturday. Based on that last game, what do you kind of expect this time around?
It was a long time ago. You know, I watched them against Virginia last night, just a little bit. You know, it was on, so I watched some of it, but it was a long time ago. And, you know, I'll start watching them again tomorrow. You know, really start to come out with a game plan. You know, they're very talented, very long. Obviously, they got a good coach. And so I'll make sure that tomorrow we'll start game planning. And first time we've had 3 days to get ready. So that'll be very refreshing. So yeah, start watching them tomorrow. Saw a little bit against Virginia and, you know, look forward to diving into that video and coming up with a plan.
Dan, last one.
Coach, I think it said 5,300 people or so in attendance tonight. Just how was the atmosphere, the students showing up? And I know, you know, getting back into second semester, how did that, you know, kind of feel from the bench?
I mean, you know, again, it's the students' program. I'm here, a part of their program. It's, you know, the fans that we've had over the years. I'm here, a part of their program. So everything we do, you know, is to make sure that they feel good about how we represent their program. So when they show up like that, I think the players respond. And I look forward to us to continue to build and make Conti one of the toughest places to play. You know, even when you have the ups and downs, because it's a pursuit. You know, so I hope our fans will really realize that, hey, we're pursuing this together. You know, we're going to have some great wins, but we're pursuing it together.